This is the gateway into Yenagoa, the Bayelsa state capital. We're here to continue the study on perception. We're going to be talking with the local government people and a number of community members to find out what their perceptions really are in terms of the performance of local government authority in alleviating poverty and building the capacities of citizens. The Niger Delta, referred metaphorically as the goose that lays a golden egg for Nigeria, comprises 9 states: Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Edo, Imo, Abia, and Ondo State. The region ranks among the richest endowed regions in the world. It accounts for 90% of the crude oil produced in Nigeria. In addition to oil and gas, it has the world's 3rd largest mangrove forest and the most extensive freshwater swamp forest and tropical rainforest. However, despite this abundant wealth and potentials, many of the communities and the people of the region are among the poorest. The region is underdeveloped with a poor social infrastructure, including lack of electricity, potable water, medical facilities, roads, shelter, and other infrastructure that makes life meaningful. Nothing here. Nobody to talk to. The place is a derelict, abandoned. By my time now, I think it's just about 1 o'clock afternoon, and you can see there's actually no pupils out and about. So one wonders what is the current situation. This is a secondary school, Ordinary Community Secondary School here in Emakalakala. One would have thought that students should be in their classes, you know, having lectures, but as you can see, the place is deserted, and perhaps it gives an impression that people are disillusioned. And so we'll look around and see if we can speak with any official of the school, if we can find one, or any student that's about, and then get the impression of what the situation is. Trying to find out if there's water flowing from this tap. As you can see, there's no water. This looks like something that has been dysfunctional for a very long time, dilapidated.
There are 2 things that are responsible for the underdevelopment of the Niger Delta area. First and foremost is the issue of leadership, which to my own, the center discovered that the quality of the leadership, which hangs on the education, the nature of the leadership we found in this part of the country is very low. There are situations where we even find a school certificate or elementary 6 heading a local government, you can't match with the demands of society. The second one is that the finances are not enough. They are not. The money released to local governments in the Niger Delta area for development is not enough.
Unemployment among the youth is very high, and the region has more than its fair share of crime and inter-ethnic violence. It is also highly environmentally degraded. All this put together makes the region very underdeveloped, and this belies the promise of its rich endowment. As part of efforts engaging the perception of the ordinary person to local government performance, UNDP engaged a court for community development to undertake a perception study in 3 states of the Niger Delta: Rivers, Delta, and Bayelsa State. And Bayelsa State, the study was conducted in Yenagoa, Ogbia, and Ayama. We talked to local government officials, community representatives, lecturers and students of higher institutions, chiefs, non-governmental and civil society groups, and other group leaders. It is hoped that at the end, the outcome can contribute to strengthening and promote issues relating to good governance and development of capacities of vulnerable people in the Niger Delta region.
The innocent ones are dying, but some they make money in the name of crisis.
The state is a major crude oil producer, reputed for its pioneer oil field at Oloibiri Oil No. 1. This is where, in 1956, oil was first discovered in commercial quantity in Nigeria. This is Oloibiri Oil Well No. 1. It was here that the first oil was struck in June 1956 in Nigeria. From here, where next? The local government councils exist to engineer and engender development at the grassroots where the common man dwells. It is at this level that most Nigerians ought to feel the dividends of democracy. The people say that this is not happening. There has been a lot of talking about the needs of the people, and the local government councils have been claiming to have implemented projects in communities. Are people satisfied with the performance of local government councils?
Well, ideally, if you look at local government performance, taking the case study of Ogbia local government, you see it has become a dismal failure. It's an unfortunate thing. The role for which they were set up, they failed abysmally, and they are not meeting the yearnings of the people. And as a result, there is a big failure.
I'm Okobio Saturday, retired. Warrant officer class 3, retired. Non-local government here is performing anything. For instance, we have no pure drinking water in all our 48 communities in Ogbia.
I'm Nicholas Barale, and I want to say there is nothing to write home about the performance of the local government chairman, especially Ogbia here.
Well, no, of course. The local government, the local government is not performing what it's supposed to do, because you can see so many things are going bad, because the people in question, the chairman, those who we voted for, that are in power now, they are not doing the right jobs. For example, like the aspect of the youth empowerment, there is nothing is really happening. They only take money to enrich themselves, forgetting the people, the less privileges, who voted them into power to do one or two things to assist the communities, to develop the community. Even the local government headquarters, as it is now, there is nothing on ground. So I don't think the local government is doing the proper job.
I'm Ezekiel A. Paul. I'm from Miami and I studied public administration. They are not performing. For instance, the house which they use as secretariat is even owned by the community. For about 6 years now, since the local government has been established, they have not been able to put on their own structure for their office, which is commonly known as the secretariat. So other functions of local government which they are supposed to do, such as electricity, water, construction of roads, culverts, maternity homes, all these things are absent. You will not find any of these things. And if you come, you see that no person even stays. For instance, this Ayaba local government, as you come now, you will not, if you go to the council now, you will not see any, maybe very few persons who are who are related to this community and are working here. And those only few, about 3 which I know, are from outside, who come from a far area and they reside here because of the transportation. They cannot go home and come back.
Local government has not done anything for us. Nothing. They come and collect their dues, that's all. You complain of, for example, now you go to all the 2 main gates. They are all bad. No security. The security in this park we pay. That is the duty of the local government. Even those that keep this park clean, supposed to be employee of the local government, that we paid them. We employed them and paid them. You go to the other exit gate, it just open, the gate is bad. We've come on local government times without number, meeting them time without number, and nothing is done, nothing. You go to the other end of the park, it's not completed. Since it is not completed, it's not useful to us. You see, just like mechanic village, at that end. No water in the whole of this park, motor park, no water. So, since we came in here, local government has not done anything. In area of improving on the motor park, no. Secondly, it is the duty of local government to give us bus stops. But we've talked with them, time without number, nobody cares. Up till now, as I'm talking to you, no bus stop in this city. Very funny. Driver stops from one pole to another. And we are suffering a lot. We are suffering in the area of these things I've called, mostly the bus stop. How will the driver stop at this pole, the next pole, stop, you know? That's where we find ourselves.
Council not do anything. They abandon everything for the National Union of Road Transport Workers to do. Sweeping, now union they sweep. Security, now union provide. That's the only thing I can say.
To meet human demand is not easy. Even if you give all what you have, you can meet human demand. But to my own view, I can say this local government is performing.
What we receive from the federal allocation is very little compared to other state capitals or local governments in the federation. Even in Bayelsa, we are one of the local governments that are having lowest monthly subvention from the federal government. That is the major problem we are facing. If we are adequately funded, I think we can do more. We are here to develop. We have the mind to bring development to the grassroots, but our hands are tied because we don't have enough funds.
You see this road, right from the creation of Ogbia town, this road has been like this. And they can see the stores, market stores. They have been like this. Nothing is done. These are built by Okilo's region. When they are getting back, the traders renovate them. Yeah, you can see the nature of the waterfront. It's very dirty. when the traders come and maybe after the market you see they dump the refugees, the dirties, they come along to the market site. The local government has done nothing. They are supposed to deploy workers to clean this place, the environment look very neat, but it's this market association that has been taking that responsibility of cleaning the market every month ending, every last Friday of every month. That is our responsibility. But we decided to stop for levies being imposed on us.
Receipt to the pay, another give us where we go stay.
My name is Patient. The problem of this water side is that we don't have people that clean this water side, and every week we always pay 60 naira, and even this shade that we have, if rainy season come now, we will be waiting, and this place will fill of water, and they will still come and collect 60 naira for our hand. But everyone else, they will used to pay 60 naira. And if you don't pay, they will seize your thing. Then those things will rot in there. And they say that they have a market and this thing, they should not sell in 4 o'clock. But some people used to sell at the road. They will stop some people not to sell, but the law does not hold. So now everybody are selling anytime when you come, you will sell and go. So the market does not have any control again.
We will survive for this market because nothing, no support, nothing. Even the shade them. They are very tattered. Just look at it. You will see. You are seeing it yourself. Not that it's just that maybe I just want to say spoil somebody or anything. But just look it within yourself. You see what they have done in this. Without we repairing this shade, them we don't have anything. We can't do anything here. Even water we don't have. Even in the market, when you look, you see that the market is not clean. Everywhere is so tattered. That is what we are seeing here.
In fact, the local government system is nowhere to be fighting about. I'm talking about the entire local government system, not particularly of their local government. You see, the basic communities, the idea of government creating the 30 years of government, of the government, is to enable dividends of democracy go closer to the people and at the same time carry the people along, give them basic amenities, infrastructural development. But along the line, I try to see that, especially in this our south is the worst. That's because of, I don't know, most of the time I think education, the people are not qualified. Those people that are in power are not qualified, they are not properly elected. These are people, when they talk about elective, we are supposed to elect people that don't trust. Not because the system is wrong, they impose candidates on us. Some of them are criminals. At the end of the day, what they did here, since most of them are not educated, they are criminals. It just come from the creek from nowhere because they have been imposed to us, we have no option. They've taken the day, and at the end of the day, the syndrome of godfatherism is one of that things that affects the local government system, where somebody will single-handedly or two persons single-handedly install a local government chairman, and at the end of the day, he expects loyalties. So when the fund comes direct to the local government, now these godfathers have to sit down and decide on what to do with this fund. When they share it, at the end of the day, there's nothing for developmental development in the local government. All they do is to share the money, and at the end of the day, just to help the common man. Nothing.
After a tortuous journey on a motorbike, we have finally arrived to this road that leads us to Emakalaka community. Now this community is a hometown of one of the very prominent sons, of Bayelsa State, Chief Melford Okilo, who used to be the governor of the old River State, which is now carved out as Bayelsa State. One of the factors constraining development in the Niger Delta is the lack of development planning, especially by local government councils, and as the adage goes, Anyone who fails to plan is planning to fail. Do the councils have development plans?
The Constitution does not provide for local governments to have a development plans. You may be surprised. Development plans, the minimum I know is 5 years. And the Constitution does not specify that. Local governments should come and then draw up a 3 or 4 years development plan. All that they want them to do, draw up a budget for 1 year.
Yes, we do. We also have an integrated development plan with that of the state government, especially when they were doing the 6 program. We were invited to the Commissioner of Economic Planning in the states. We try to integrate some of our programs, because the problem in this part of the country, especially in Bayelsa, we have multiplicity of projects and duplication. We have the NDDC doing some projects, and the state government doing some projects like water, and the federal government doing the same project. So as far as prioritizing our projects, that has been like a major challenge as far as development, because sometimes energy is just all focused on one item, even though that is something that we need, So
from the perspective of most people we had contacted with, there is a deep and widespread crisis in local government governance. Although there are several institutions that can play important roles in people's lives, these institutions are not performing their roles. What projects are the local government councils actually implementing?
Right here, because of our development initiative, this is phase 2 of the shopping complex, and the other side is phase 1. The phase 2, we intend to use it for a world-class marketing complex, and the other side have been let out already, and it's been able to generate revenue for the council. We don't just invest in buildings, we invest in those buildings that will give us the most economic use of time, energy, and resources.
The first place is that the house they are using belongs to the community. Since they created the local government, they have not built up a secretariat. That is one point. Secondly, they are meant to maintain the community, mostly the roads, but they are not doing it. Well, the community are not benefiting from them.
Actually, this was supposed to be a dispensary, a community-based project, but was hijacked by the local government council. The local government council has been using this community building since the creation of Ayama local government council, but they haven't built their own secretariat.
Very early in its administration, the Bayelsa state government acknowledges that the capacity of its local government council staff to deliver on governance was low.
Immediately we came in, we noticed that the quality of bookkeeping in the local government was very, very low. And we had the fears that some of you, especially the chairman, will get to jail because you have presidents that know absolutely nothing about bookkeeping. All what they do is to pay money out and dump anything. Because of that, state government funded a workshop to train the treasurers for some days and insisted that at the end of the day there should be elementary assessment. It's a pleasure that I'm here today in this gathering to formally declare a training workshop open. A workshop that is directed to improving the quality of governance at the local government level.
And thus supported efforts by different agencies to build the capacities of local government staff.
Training. We need to train our local government chairmen 3-4 days and let it be quarterly on what exactly government wants them to do.
They need to be trained, especially on local government administration, so that their functions are well explained to them, so that if they now divert from it, they will be feeling that they are not doing the right thing themselves.
They send them to learn, to school, administration. In Eastern Nigeria too, they did the same thing. When you come up to a certain level, they send you to Ibadan to go and learn, go to school in our administration.
We are in a jet age now, especially like the chairman, we're also looking at computerizing the local government. So stuff like that, the local government staff will have to be trained, to meet up with the current challenges of technology. So it is not even a matter of choice. It's to upgrade them to a standard where they can function and do their jobs. And if they cannot do it, they cannot do it. And the local government has to function effectively on its own. It's not a situation of having 30 people assigned to one office when in reality you have only 2 people functioning. We want to have them function to maximum capacity. And for you to do that, capacity building is inevitable and absolutely necessary.
There are groups and individuals for whom others want to fight for, but are unwilling to stand up to voice their opinions about their oppressors. One of such persons told us,
I no want talk, oh. I no want put my family for trouble. Make them enjoy them money. Nothing they last forever. My brother, time dey for everything.
I know most people in the Niger Delta appreciate this fear and sentiment. The starting point for this program has been the perception of different people to the performance of local government councils. As you might have noticed, such perceptions differ and sometimes specific by group or context. What the study has done is to give added weight to people's voices that the local government system must change. But to change, the capacities of such local government council staff must be built. You have been watching our study to assess how community people perceive the performance of local government councils in alleviating poverty and building citizens' capacity in Yenagua, Ogbia, and Ayama local government councils. Thanks for watching.
Your children they cry, or then they cry for help. God answer your name. Your children they cry, or then they cry for help. God answer your name. Which kind of thing like this when somebody they live upon a hit in the palmy? Which kind of thing like this when somebody they live upon a hit in the palmy? Make una look our land, it don't turn Liberia, it no good oh. Make una look our land, it don't turn Sierra Leone, it no good oh. The innocent ones are dying, but some they make money in the name of crisis.